As summer winds down, it's the perfect time to reset before the back-to-school chaos kicks in. And what better way than with some family-friendly yoga?
We're going to try it out for ourselves later in the show, but first, Melissa Rayworth from Kidsburgh is here, and she's sharing all the best spots to stretch, breathe, and bond. It sounds so relaxing.
I really think so. You know, that's one reason we had done a yoga guide for families years ago, and we decided to update it. Because, yeah, I think everybody could use that time with their kids, with the whole family just taking a deep breath and relaxing.
What, in your opinion, what is so special about yoga? Like, why yoga and not another form of exercise?
Well, I think part of the beauty of it is all the breathing, because you're really slowing down. You're taking your time, and it's not about perfection. Parents can realize you don't have to be a skilled yoga practitioner to share this with your kids. You can say to your kids, you know, I want to do some stretching, and I thought maybe we could both try this together.
Well, I also think too, there is this kind of meditation that's happening while you're doing yoga, and there's this slowing down that happens. And I know in many families, we are setting them up for the same kind of thing that we are in with this hustle culture and going from one sport to the next, and school and activities and parties. And so to be able to pause and teach them that this is a way for you to reset is a beautiful gift.
So much research has been showing that the calmer parents are. In an upcoming podcast episode, we talked to one of a writer who's done a book called Zen Parent, Zen Child, and he was talking to us about the fact that the calmer the parents are, the calmer the kids are going to be. So you're not only taking these 10 minutes or an hour or whatever time you have to center yourself, but like you said, you're modeling for your kids that behavior.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And so you have about a dozen local yoga studios in the Kidsburgh guide. Tell us about those.
We have a bunch of different possibilities because everybody's at different stages and needs different things. We have a couple suggestions for prenatal yoga classes. So if you are about to have your first child or have another child, it can be such a great thing to do when you're pregnant, again, to just sort of breathe and get that mental focus going. So the whole yoga is located in Mount Lebanon, Stray Dog Yoga in Wexford. They both have prenatal yoga classes.
That's great.
Then Mommy and Me is something that's kind of everywhere. And I know everybody knows that phrase, but we mention in the guide, and so many of the practitioners tell us, it's not just about mommies and little kids. Any caregiver, any parent, any grandparent, whoever wants to be involved doesn't have to be mom. And kids can be a variety of ages. There are some baby and mom or baby and parent classes, but up through slightly bigger kids. So we mentioned Yoga Innovations Collective in Bethel Park, Black Cat Yoga in Munhall, and we know you're going to be spending some time with Megan.
Wait for that.
And Schoolhouse Yoga, which has locations in the Strip and the North Hills, but we also have some outdoor options. It is summer.
Let's talk about that.
The Counseling and Wellness Center of Pittsburgh, which is amazing, does Saturday yoga in Allegheny Commons Park on the north side, and that is beautiful. And one wonderful thing happening at Phipps this summer is also yoga in the garden. So you're at Phipps with all these incredible plants and flowers around, and you're outdoors doing yoga.
You know, I remember, and I know that you have some online options too, which is great. I remember in the pandemic, there was this one woman who took off in the pandemic, and she would dress in like a troll's costume and do trolls yoga.
Yoga.
Yes, and she would do all these like Disney characters and fun characters that the kids really related to, and she would do the yoga online. You also have some online options too.
One of the ones we mentioned, and I don't know if there are any trolls involved, but Cosmic Kids Yoga. It's like storytelling, it's fun, it's brightly colored, but it's a way for your kids to have some screen time that's actually getting up and being physical and stretching. So you're combining something really good with a little bit of time on screen.
I wonder if that's what the name of it was. I can't remember. It was years ago. But the kids really enjoyed it. I was surprised. You would think that it might be slow and boring for them, but they don't. They don't find that at all.
Yeah, and I mean, this is something, there's low barrier to entry. It's not, you have to buy a whole bunch of equipment. You're just there in your home.
Just doing it.
And so if it is a rainy day or it's super hot out and you don't want to go anywhere, it's a way to get a little physical with kids in the house, but in a sort of controlled
that makes
way.
me feel so much better. There's no pressure.
There's no pressure at all. Yeah.
Show up.
Really
and
great
again,
stuff.
You don't have to be perfect at it.
Right.
All right. Well, thanks, Melissa.
Sure.
Good tips. All right. We'll link you up to Kidsburgh Yoga Guide on our website, kdka.com/talkpittsburgh.